Hey Jam Fam, as some of you know, this week is Bullying Prevention and Intervention Week. I've been with my school witnessing what some of the students in class are doing to promote bullying awareness. Even the Peel District School Board has every single year has a fantastic campaign to help students become more aware and more active, choosing action to stand up against bullying. As a disabilities advocate, I always try to figure out ways to take that concept of anti-bullying and bring it towards disability awareness. And it was funny this week. I don't want to say funny. Funny is a really poor choice of word, but it was sad. This week on Monday, I was walking with one of my students who has a stander. You've seen his photo on the Jam Fan page. And a student had passed by him and blew a raspberry. I guess I don't know if that's the right term, but we were walking and he went at him and kind of giggled and chuckled at him. And I took a few steps away and at first I was going to ignore it. And then I turned around and I go, "Did you think that was really nice?" And he said, "No." I go, "I would hope next time you choose to do something a lot different and maybe say hi instead." And I bring this up because I don't know if there's always enough being said when it comes to children with disabilities and exceptionalities defending themselves against bullies. If you are a student who is verbal, and there is a student who is saying something to you or they're attacking you, those students are taught to, walk away, talk away, get an adult, ignore them, say no thank you. They're taught all these verbal things to say. But with some of our students who are nonverbal, or are lower functioning and don't have those abilities to defend themselves, I always wonder what strategies are being taught for them to defend them. And unfortunately, it's really not that easy. So what I've always thought is that it's not the responsibility of our students who have special needs to learn how to defend themselves per se. Of course, we encourage them to be their own self-advocates and to do whatever they can do to, block what somebody's saying to them. But really, I think it goes back to the people in the school. If you are a parent, for example, who's watching this, and you have a child who has a special needs student in their class, I really encourage you to start a conversation with your child and ask them, who is this friend in their class? Tell me more about them. Tell me, what they do in the class or what they need help with. Ask them, do you have any questions about them? Are you curious why their body may be that way? Are you curious why they may not talk or why they make that sound or why they may scream like that? Because chances are, some of those kids who choose to make fun of children who have special needs, they have so many questions in their head, but no one's addressing it. Nobody's telling them why that friend in their class is talking like that, or why their friend in their class, their body looks that way. Nobody's explaining that. So they tease because that's what the other kids are doing. And when kids are sometimes unsure about something, they choose to laugh at it instead. So my wish with Bullying Prevention and Intervention Week, and not just week, but year round, is that we as educators, as parents, as friends, could teach our students and our children how to be more understanding to people who have differences, how to be a little bit more patient, how to be a little bit more kind, how to think outside the box. Because if we're not doing it now, they will grow up to be adults who do not understand people with differences. And that's not the world we need. We all see what's going on around us right now. If we could just make a small smidget of effort to start educating our kids from now, who knows what ripple effect that could help in the future. And I've worked with students who are nonverbal, who may be in a wheelchair, who cognitively they don't understand what's happening around them. And I can't always be that defender who's telling kids or adults, that's not what you say to somebody whose body is that way or who looks that way. That's not how you treat somebody. I would hope that naturally some of these children would know what to do. So again, I'm gonna repeat it. if you are an educator, when you are talking to your students about anti-bullying prevention and intervention week, please have a little paragraph on treating your friends or your peers who have disabilities or different needs, how to talk to them, how to treat them, how to understand them, because that's how bullying starts. Again, if kids don't get that person and they don't understand how to connect with them, they will find other means to connect with them, and sometimes it's negative choices instead. And if you're a parent, on the flip side, if you know that there's a child with a disability in your child's class, or even when you're out and about in the community and you see somebody in a wheelchair, or you see somebody who might have Down syndrome, or someone who appears to have autism, that is your moment to start a conversation with your child and ask them, what do you think when you see that person? Do you think they feel the way you do? Do you think they see things the way you do? Do you think they have a heart just like you do? Because if you as a parent are not doing that, you're not helping your child make better choices in school. And I'm not trying to, tell parents that you're being an awful parent. I'm just saying you're denying your child that opportunity of understanding somebody else and potentially forming a friendship with them. The student who's in my class, we had a great classroom discussion about his needs and how those friends could be, better assist him and connect with him. And you would be surprised how beautiful their relationship is with him in the class. They treat him just like anybody else. They don't even see anything wrong with him anymore. Initially they did, but now they're like, oh, he's a kid just like us. And that's all it takes, is one conversation for children's way of thinking to change and to affect others and to create positivity. So I'm really happy that teachers and the school boards are doing their part to promote anti-bullying and giving students the tips and the resources and the power to make change and to change the world. That's the big slogan this year. But let's just keep in mind the other people who don't have that ability to defend themselves and don't have that ability to express how what someone else is saying about them makes them feel. This is when we recruit other people to make those positive choices and to be defenders of people who cannot defend themselves. So keep doing what you're doing, everyone, for bullying prevention, not only this week, but for the rest of the year. I would love to hear what your school or what you as a parent or as an educator are doing to promote bullying awareness and prevention and intervention in your school or in your classroom, because it's not something we just need to talk about now. It's something that should be ongoing. So keep doing what you're doing, keep making that change, and I really hope that you took some of the suggestions from this video to apply to your class and to your child. Bye.